Hey, everybody. Hey, Miss Kelly's always said that I live out loud, so I want to live out loud right now. Last Monday, a week ago today, I had gone into the ER because the arthritis in my neck and shoulders has gotten so bad and it was just hurting, and I wanted to make sure it was documented. And the doctor came in and said that something had showed up on the x ray that they weren't expecting, and that the radiologist thought that I had cancer that had spread from somewhere else up into my bones. That had been metastasized. And if you've been around it very much, then you know that by the time it spreads from someplace else into your bones, you're in stage 4. And everybody I've ever known on it, it's only been 6 to 9 months. So that hit us like a ton of bricks. Uh, Came home, Sherry, she cried. We cried together. I held her. And then she told me that I had to tell my girls. So I told them. And after the initial shock, I was at total peace. The second night, my youngest daughter called, and we started going through the list of all the different things that I had to get done to be ready so that Mama would be taken care of when I left. And I was at peace. I mean, come on, y'all, stand up in the pulpit and I talk about how I want Jesus to come back with the rapture. And here it was, he was giving me my own personal rapture. I wasn't upset. Then Wednesday happened. The VA finally got everything uploaded to our online health records, and I could go in there and look. And where they're trying to say that it's probably cancer is where I broke my arm in 1986. And I don't know about y'all, but I really don't believe in coincidences. And I don't feel that cancer has spread from somebody else to my body and it be in the exact spot that I broke my arm. The most likely thing, because they've commented about it before, most likely thing is that what they're seeing is where it's healed. So, wow, all of a sudden I'm back to the land of the living. But you know what? I was disappointed. I was disappointed that I wouldn't get my ticket home. And Thursday morning, 2 a.m., God woke me up. He said, "Come on, Rob, let's talk." He said, "Rob, you love me so much that you were ready to die for me. But I just want to know one thing. Are you willing to live for me?" What y'all think about that? If everything in the world that you love was gone, is Jesus enough? If you're not important in your kid's life anymore, we spend the first few years that everything we do is we put it into them, and then they grow up and we're not near as important anymore. You lose your spouse, so you got no kids coming around all the time, you got no spouse, you feel all alone. Is he enough? If you had nothing else in life, is Jesus enough of a reason to get up every morning and keep on going? I mean, and he asked me, he said, "Rob, because I'll be right now, my arthritis is unbelievable. Stress not only flares up the psoriasis, but it flares up the arthritis too. And I hurt in my ankles and in my knees and in my hips and in my back and in my shoulders. And half the night, Sherry has to help me get out of my shirt, or she has to listen to me scream when I try to put my arms down afterwards." But is he enough? Is he enough that I'm willing to face all of that every day just to serve him? So I'm going to ask you the same thing. If you had nothing else in this world to live for, is Jesus enough? Would you live for him? And if the answer to that's no, then you might want to take a look. Because that means that your relationship with him isn't where he wants it. And I want you to really think about that one. Because you see, he loves you. He knew you in your mama's womb. He's got you to where you are in life. And the whole reason is because he loves you. Why wouldn't God's love be enough? Y'all think on that. Love you. God bless.